In the blast furnace, the boys smelt the ore into iron, the first step in making steel. The molten iron comes out at 3,300 degrees.
Founded in the 1870s in Homestead, Carnegie Steel was one of the most important steel mills in America. Its roaring furnace produced steels 24/7, building many landscapes of the East Coast, such as Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, Brooklyn Bridge, and etc. At its peak, thousands of tons of steels were produced every day. However, this intense production of steel led to the overworking of the workers, leading to the Homestead Strike, a pivotal event in the U.S. labor history. The strike ended unionization among steel workers in the United States for the next 3 decades before reuniting for World War I. Thus, Carnegie Steel left a powerful history in Homestead and giving the city of Pittsburgh its rightful name of City of Steel. However, this is the past condition of the site. Maps from 19th century reflects how the steel furnace was once the heart of Homestead. It attracted many to settle in Homestead. By the peak of Carnegie Steel, majority of residents in Homestead worked for the mill. By late 1800s, Homestead's population quickly grew to 13,000, which 70,000 of the 13,000 were employed by Carnegie Steel. However, by the 1990s, after Carnegie Steel was sold, majority of the remaining warehouse and furnace were ripped out by their roots. Today, this rich ground in history has been replaced with mass consumption such as Walmart, Costco, Target, and so on. No traces of its past remain. Only one last plot of land remains empty. Thus, a sense of urgency to remember the powerful history is felt. Therefore, as Carnegie Steel was once the heart of the community, a culture and art center is proposed as a new heart of Homestead. The origins of the culture center leads all the way back to Latin, meaning intellectual facility of man and the culture of the human spirit. On this last unoccupied but charged plot, it is surrounded by many elements that tell the story of Homestead. Upon entering the site, the pump house greets us. The pump house pumped water from the rivers and was used to cool the freshly rolled steel. It also symbolizes the quick expansion of the steel mill across Homestead. With a slight turn to the right, Cary Furnace stands proudly across the Monongahela River. Cary Furnace was built in 1884 and they operated until 1982. During its peak, the site produced 1,000 to 1,250 tons of iron every day. During the peak of steel mill, Carnegie also built the Carnegie Library, sitting on top of the hill. The library overlooked the expansive field of his steel mill stretching across Homestead. However, the construction of the library was halted when the Homestead Strike occurred. West of the site and right below the Carnegie Library is the Boss Building. Today, the Boss Building serves as a historical landmark, marking where the plans of the Homestead Strike unfolded. Lastly, the Pinkerton Landing Bridge looms over the site, connecting Homestead and Cary Furnace. Today, the bridge is a tribute and a consequence and a reminder of the lives lost during the Homestead Strike that shaped Homestead. Sadly, today, the powerful history of the grounds is replaced with mass consumption. Thus, on the last unoccupied plot of land, the proposed culture center will be a concentration of history, community, and the arts for the community. The culture center will serve as a social condenser for the community, a place to gather, discuss, and exchange. Moreover, these landmarks of Homestead as a guiding force that will inform how the culture center will position itself and restitch the story. The architecture would restitch the elements on a site which was once connected but now fragmented to tell the story and history of the charged site. Therefore, as Carnegie Steel was once the heart of the community, a culture and art center is proposed as a new heart of Homestead.